So what we are checking is if the present state comes as 7 or 4, what will happen to the mod 6 counter which was made using D flip flop. Equation is there with me. So for the present state for Q1 111, where Q1, Q2, Q3 is 1, 1 and 1, what will happen? For each one I have to see. So if it is 1, 1, 1, what will happen? And if it is 1, 0, 0, what will happen? So let us check for 1, 1, 1. It is most easy. D1, when Q1, Q2, Q2, Q3 all are 1, 1, 1, D1 will be 1. D2 is Q1 bar. Q1 bar means 0. 0 ANDed with Q2 is 1 only. So this term will become 0. And this term Q2, Q3 both 0. So 0 odd with 0. You will get your D2 as 0. And D3 is Q1 as 1 and Q3 bar becomes 0. So 0 odd with Q1 is 1. So D3 will remain 1, right? So D1, D2, D3 are like this. So if your present state is 7, so D1 means it is your the first flip flop. D1 is the input of first flip flop that will give me Q1. So Q1 with 1 will give me the input itself. The input itself. The present state only becomes next state if it is 1. And this is the working of D flip flop. D flip flop says that whatever is the input becomes output in the next clock cycle if your if what is your input is D1. What is your input is D1. So D1 will become equal to Q1 in the next clock cycle. Okay, so I will write here with a different color. You should understand the working of D flip flop carefully. Q1 is equal to D1. Q1 is equal to D1 and the output becomes equal to input. Q1 becomes equal to D1 in the next clock cycle. So D1, D2, D3 is 101 means what? Your next state will be this only. So next state will be this 101 only, whatever is coming here, because Q is equal to D. So Q1 is equal to D1, Q2 will be equal to D2 and Q3 will be equal to D3. Okay. So as soon as the clock comes, this values of D1, D2, D3 will be reflected as Q1, Q2, Q3. Right. Now, is it clear to you all? Next, we have to see for 100. 100 means your Q1 is 1. I will write it here. Q1 is 1, Q2 is 0, Q2 is 0 and Q3 is also 0. So what is the value of D1? D1 is 0 odd with 0. So it will become a 0 only, right? Next, Q1 bar. Q1 was 1, right? Q1 was 1. So Q1 bar will become 0. For how I said Q1 is 1? Because this is my current state. 1004 is my current state. I'm taking this second line if my present state is 4. So Q1 is 1. So Q1 bar becomes 0. Q2 is a 0 already. Q2 bar will become 1. Q3 bar will become 1. Is it right? Do you understand what I am doing? I am substituting this Q1, Q2, Q3. I am substituting this Q1, Q2, Q3 with this red color here. Okay. So Q1, Q2, Q3, when I am substituting, D1 gave me 0. And D2 is giving me what? D2 is giving me a 1, right? This term is 0, this term is 1. So OR operation is giving me a 1. Now, is it clear or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Now for D3, if I say Q3 is 1, Q2 is a 0, and Q3 bar. Q3 was 0, so Q3 bar becomes a 1. So 1 here odd with the AND of 0 and 1. This is 0 only. So 1 odd with 0 will give me 1. Right? So as your D flip flop says that output will become equal to D once it is going to once the clock appears. So what is this? This is a 3. This is what one of you told very correctly. So it is right. Now, what do you say? Is it a self-correcting or not? Is it a self-correcting? If 7 comes, 5 is coming. If 4 comes, 3 is coming. 5 is there in that. 5 is there. Can you see here? 5, this part remains same. 7 came, so 5 is coming. But this part changed. If 4 is coming, then 3 is coming. So for the D flip-flop, your state diagram changes. Are you able to understand how it is changing? So for D flip-flop, if it is a 1, 0, 2, 3, 6, and 5. This was the flip-flop, right? So state diagram. So now what I can see, from 7, it is going to 5. And from 4, it is going to 3, right? So from 4, it is going to 3. Now D1, D2, D3, all is it correct? Any doubt in this? Any doubt
No,
in
ma'am.
this?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So this is the D flip-flop, and I can see that D flip-flop is also a self-correcting counter. No problem in D flip-flop. Now what happens for T flip-flop and SR flip-flop? Can you check and tell me? Yes, I had asked to do all while taking attendance. So now somebody should tell me what is happening for T flip-flop. I want T flip-flop analysis, whether it is self-correcting or not. D flip-flop done. Now T flip-flop analysis. Yes, if present state is 7, what will be the next state? Answer please. What is T1, T2, T3 value? Okay, I should start asking randomly, and if you don't answer, attendance is gone.